What up, guys? DLE Kamel here, and the new box main box leaks for Fantastic Arc are here. Without further ado, boys, let's get into it. This box is definitely going to be coming out on New Year's Eve, December 31st. So let us see what Konami has graced us with. It seems like the main archetypes in this box are Burning Abyss, Zing. There's some Odd Eye support, and there's also some Buster Blader support. So we're going to break down the big items, the big ticket items for all these archetypes, and then we're going to clean up the rest of the URs and SRs. So Burning Abyss is an archetype that really revolves around this guy, Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss, which is a rank 3 light Xyz monster. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and choose a number from 1 to 3. Send that many cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Until the end of this turn, this card gains 500 attack for each card sent to the graveyard this way. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Burning Abyss card in your graveyard, except this card, and add it to your hand. Alright, so why is Burning Abyss so good? Why is people so excited that it's in Duel Links now? It's because of Dante and how he helps out the archetype. So Dante, he can just send from the top of your deck to the graveyard 1 to 3 cards, and each of these Burning Abyss cards, when they are sent to the graveyard, they have a special effect. So they are either sent to the graveyard by you detaching from Dante or you using Dante's effect. So they all have the same first effect, which if you control something that's not a Burning Abyss monster, you must destroy it, and then its effect should proc off of that destruction as well, being sent to the graveyard. And then if you control no spell or trap cards, you can special summon them from your hand. And then, you know, these effects are, you can only use once per turn. You can only use these effects once per turn. Okay, so Scram's end phase effect is if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent through this turn, you can add one level 3 Dark Fiend, which is a Burning Abyss. So nice generic searcher just for using your archetype's main ability. And a searcher, dude, no wonder it's a UR. It's gonna need that to be meta though, so good thing we have it. The next one as an SR is Seer, male branch of the Burning Abyss, and its graveyard effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard except Seer and special summon it. So you can get out just about anything. You can get out another Skarm, so you can search. You can even get out another Dante, and there is a combo with Dante and Seer because when Dante is sent to the graveyard, so after you bring him back, right, or when he's destroyed the first time, you can target something in your grave, add it to your hand, right, one of the materials, but then you can special summon him back with Seer, and then when it's destroyed again, you can search Seer from the grave. Very, very nice. Infinite combo. Alright, so let us keep it moving here. Virgil, Rockstar of the Burning Abyss. So this is a level 6 synchro. It's a light monster, alright. You can only control one Virgil, Rockstar of the Burning Abyss. Once per turn, you can discard one Burning Abyss card, then target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, shuffle it into the deck. If this card in the field is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can draw one card. You can only use this effect of Virgil, Rockstar once per turn. Okay, dude, you discarded a Burning Abyss, you get your special Burning Abyss effect, and then you target a card your opponent controls. Boom, shuffle it into the deck. Not a quick effect, but it is a very powerful ignition effect, and at 2 level 3s, you're going to be bringing this thing out pretty easily. Now, it is a synchro, right? So it does require a level 3 tuner, and I don't think any of the Yang Zings are tuners. Oh, this guy's a tuner. Rubik is a tuner. So that is his. I was wondering what his special ability was, but his special ability is that he is a tuner. Very nice. Alright. The other notable Burning Abyss is Farfa over here. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster on the field and banish it until the end phase. That is a pretty powerful effect. Glad we've got it. There's also some normal ones. They are not so crazy though. This one negates effects until the end of this turn for your opponent's for one of your opponent's face-up monsters. And yeah, dude, honestly, that is a pretty good archetype, dude. It's better than pretty much any other box archetype we've gotten so far from Arc 5 World. So I'm excited, dude. It looks like it has all the pieces to be a really good deck. Moving on to Yang Zings. This is our first worm archetype, and the boss monster is Baxia, Brightness of the Yang Zing. So it's a level 8 light synchro. When this card is synchro summoned, you can target cards on the field up to the number of different original attributes of the worm type monsters used for the synchro summon of this card, which is going to be 2 at max 3, you know. Shuffle them into the deck. Once per turn, you can target one card you control and one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Destroy that card on the field, and if you do, special summon that other monster from the graveyard. So all of the Yang Zings have an effect when they are destroyed. So essentially, you want to have another Yang Zing face up on the field, and it will be destroyed by Baxia triggering its effect, and then you can bring the one from your graveyard out to the field, which is one that was likely already destroyed. So that was the UR. Now the SR is Jiao, Darkness of the Yang Zing. This is a level 2 tuner. When this card you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one Yang Zing monster from your deck in attack position, and I believe all the effect monster Yang Zing share this effect. If you control no other monsters, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard, special summon one Yang Zing monster with 0 attack and one Yang Zing with 0 defense from your deck, but banish them during the end phase. You can only use one Jiao, Darkness of the Yang Zing per turn. So this, I expect this to be okay, despite you having to send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand. Ideally, this is going to be used in a situation where the 2 cards in your hand, they would not lead you towards a synchro summon, and you use Jiao to instead send them to the graveyard and get 2 Yang Zings that would put you in the situation for a level 8 synchro summon. So this is pretty good, as long as you have cards in your hand that are not Yang Zings that you need. And I don't know how this deck is going to do on generic back row, because it's looking like you're going to need a lot of different Yang Zings, and you're going to need to see them readily available in your hand. And the majority of your hand is going to have to be Yang Zings for this archetype to be good, it looks like. So yeah, we will have to see. Yang Zing Creation is the next Yang Zing SR. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can special summon one Yang Zing monster from your deck. Boom, easy. You can only synchro after that. Destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon a Yang Zing. Done, dude. Baxia destroys a Yang Zing. You special summon another one. You can make another play. You can make another synchro play. Maybe a Baxia with less materials. I don't know if you can make a 2 material Baxia summon with just 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. We'll have to see which Yang Zings we have, but it may or may not be possible. So then we've got some other Yang Zings, a level 4, a level 1, a level 5, and what do we got down here? A level 2, and this one I do believe is the best Yang Zing. This one allows some of the other low level ones allow you to quick play synchro. This is one of them, and it says a synchro monster that is used. This card as a synchro material is unaffected by traps. So not a massive effect, but unaffected by traps. You know how impactful that will be in Duel Links. And this one makes it unaffected by spell cards. Pretty interesting. All right. There's also some other spell or traps for Yang Zing. I'm not going to waste my time with these. I don't know if they're going to be super good. You guys let me know. Wow, your battle monster deck becomes double. That might be pretty good to catch people off guard. It will be damage step. All right. Next archetype. We did Yang Zings. Odd Eyes is next, dude. Okay. So we've got some much needed Odd Eyes support, and I'm being told that Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon is busted. It's one of the best Odd Eyes cards. And this is the cover card. It is a normal pendulum card. Pendulum effect. If an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Alright, so the reason why this effect is so good is because currently the staple in the Odd Eyes deck is Sky Iris, although right now it's maybe not seen as a total staple. With Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, it definitely will be. If this card is on the field, you can destroy a pendulum scale that you have, preferably an Odd Eyes, and you will add an Odd Eyes, and then you will proc Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect. So you're going to get 2 searches for the price of 1 when you have Sky Iris and Odd Eyes on the field. And that works very well in tandem with the next UR, which is Spiral Flame Strike, which lets you use one of these effects if you control Odd Eyes, target a card in the field, destroy it, or add to your hand one level 7 Odd Eyes monster from your deck, or one face-up level 7 Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck. So this will allow you to search Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon or any other Odd Eyes Dragon that you would like to summon, but Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon is the best one now, so you're gonna want to search him. And that is very nice, dude. A generic search for your boss monster that's also a pop, and a new best in slot Odd Eyes Dragon, dude. Exactly the support that Odd Eyes has needed for quite some time now. Hopefully this deck can get a coherent win condition going. We also got Odd Eyes Fusion, but to be honest, dude, I don't know about Odd Eyes Fusion, really. We don't have many crazy Odd Eyes Fusion monsters. We just have Rune Eyes and Beast Eyes. Excuse me, Odd Eyes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we only have Odd Eyes and Beast Eyes, so this, I'm not sure how good this would be, really. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what people do, but I don't think people are gonna do much with Odd Eyes Fusion, dude. I think people are gonna stick to playing the effect monsters, but we'll have to see. And I think that's all for Odd Eyes. There's also Pendulum Call, but we don't have many good Magician Pendulum monsters in the game. Alright, so now that we've got Odd Eyes out of the way, last but not least, for major archetypes, we've got Buster Blader support, dude. So let's look at this stuff very, very carefully, alright? Now, wait, I just want to see, yeah, this is Buster Blader support. It's a couple cards. So, Destruction Sword Memories. So, discard one Destruction Sword card. Special summon one Buster Blader monster from the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Fusion summon one Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your graveyard. So, discard one Destruction Sword card, special summon a Buster Blader from the deck. So Buster Blader is usually the part of the deck that you have trouble accessing. The Destruction Sword cards are arguably easier to get, you know, because you're running 3 Whelp, you're running, well, maybe there will be more of a reason to run these Destruction Sword guys, but honestly, all we've ever run is Whelp. And running this trap card will allow you to, you know, you won't have to use Emblem of the Destroyer Swordsman, of the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, which is the Buster Blader generic search spell card. You can instead use this trap card, which is honestly way better. It special summons Buster Blader straight from the deck, and then it also doubles as a fusion spell from the graveyard, albeit your materials must be in the graveyard. So it is not just supposed to exist on its own. You're supposed to use it in tandem with the Destruction Sword fusion as well. Make sure the materials are already in the graveyard, and this is for your follow-up fusion play. So this is something I think the deck needed. Once you lost your first fusion monster, the deck was pretty much done, like, until you were able to see your second one. And this will help you make sure, like, you know, after your first fusion, you'll automatically have a second one as backup, and you'll be able to make use of the materials in your graveyard. So very nice. I think that's what Buster Blader needed. And we've also got the long-awaited Buster Dragon, dude. I remember people thought we were going to do this a while ago. Buster Dragon, level 8 Dragon Synchro. All monsters your opponent controls become Dragon type. Boom. That gives you the effect of DNA Surgery on the field. That is so good. Once per turn, if you do not control a Buster Blader monster, you can target one Buster Blader in your graveyard, special summon it. Once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can target one Buster Blader monster you control, equip it with one Destruction Sword monster from your graveyard. Okay, so this is very interesting. I do think that if a new version of Buster Blader is to be played, then it'll definitely be taking advantage of the Destruction Sword cards, as Buster Dragon states, because these cards were not so much a part of the Buster Blader deck before. We only have these two and the Buster Whelp, but this one does not have an equip effect. But it can be equipped via this effect, the Buster Dragon. But yeah, dude, pretty nice. You don't need DNA surgery. You just have this card out. But it is a level 8, so what tuner are you playing? Well, this guy's a tuner, so it's literally just Buster Blader and this card. That's huge, dude. That is another way for you to get Buster Blader in the graveyard to banish for Destruction Sword memories. Wow, dude, I'm seeing the combos as they happen. Buster Blader may have some potential, dude. I'm looking forward to that. That is nice. Okay. So, what have we got left to go over in this box? We've just got a couple URs and SRs left. So, let's start with SRs. URs will work our way down. We've got Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. So, this is part of a bigger archetype called Draco Slayer, right? I think I've heard people talk about it in the TCG. Yeah, dude, they've got a bunch of Masterpiece, the True Draco Slayer, Master Paladin, Draco Slayer. Hopefully we get some more of these cards, but for now, it looks like we've just got 2 Draco Slayers. There's normal Pendulum. Once while it's in your Pendulum Zone, you can target 1 card in a Pendulum Zone, destroy it. Alright, brother. I guess if other, Dracos in the Pendulum Zone, if they have some destruction effect, it'll pop off, but then you can disrupt your opponent's Pendulums. Nice. We also have over here Compulsory Escape Device. So this is like a crappy version of Compulsory Evacuation Device, but it's a UR in this box, so they are not underestimating its power. Each player chooses 1 monster they control, then shuffles it into the deck. So it does force your opponent to shuffle one of their own monsters into the deck, so it is removal. So I guess that is why it is a UR, dude. So, and it's not targeting, it will force your opponent to choose. So even if they have an indestructible monster, non-targetable, non-destructible, it will get moved by this card. So pretty nice. That's very good for when your opponent is sitting on Bloom Diva and nothing else and you just want to get rid of it. So very nice. Next, we've got another Draco Slayer. Dinosaur Power, the Mighty Draco Slayer. Okay, this requires a Draco Slayer Pendulum and another Pendulum. Must be first summoned from your Pendulum from your extra by attributing the above card. You did not use Pendulum. You did not use Polarization. Hey, nice. Pendulum monster cards in your Pendulum Zones and Pendulum Zones cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Okay. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Draco Slayer Pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot be used as fusion. What? So you're just gonna special summon this guy? No, there's gotta be more Draco Slayers down here, right? Oh no, I think they're the only 2, dude. What the heck? Alright, dude. Whatever, dude. I don't know about that. Draco Slayer Pendulum? Dude, there is only 1 Draco Slayer Pendulum monster. Am I missing something here? There's this one, but we don't have him. Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer? Yeah, dude, weird archetype, bro. You can keep that for now. Show me it when there's some good support. This card I'm actually super hyped for this card. Probably the card I'm most excited for in the box. Evil Swarm Nightmare. This is a rank 4 Fiend Xyz, which requires 2 level 4 Dark Monsters. When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 material from this card, change that special summon monster to face down defense position. So boom, dude. This card is so good. It's a turn 1 play for dark decks that usually don't have a turn 1. And I'm thinking Abyss Actors right now, dude. Abyss Actors turn 1 is basically just set up a wall so you can survive. Abyss Actors will be able to Pendulum Summon for this card, and it will just automatically Canadia down any monster your opponent summons. And Abyss Actor, I do think, is the deck that can make this card the easiest. Destiny Hero can also make it, but Destiny Hero is also only making this card off of a Drill Dark, summon another Destiny Hero, or like Dreadmaster, summon 2 heroes from the grave. Dude, there's not too many ways where you're gonna get 2 dark heroes, level 4 heroes anymore other than Drill Dark. So Evil Swarm Nightmare, dude, that is Abyss Actor support to me. Very good Abyss Actor support at that. And I think that is all of the URs and SRs that we've covered. As for some of the other stuff down here, I'm not too worried about this stuff, dude. There are some Twilight Ninjas. They've decided to add these into Duel Links. These are Arc 5 anime cards. Pretty nice. I think they're actual cards as well. And there's just some junk down here. Shout out to Stone Ogre Grotto. This is one of the first cards I've ever owned in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Even in the TCGs, one of the first physical cards I owned. A behemoth shaped by giant boulders. And yeah, dude, I want to say that is it. How do I feel about this box? This is definitely the best box of Arc 5 World so far. There are multiple archetypes in this box, and all of the archetypes, I believe, that have gotten support in this box, it's good support. It's good support that really focuses on the deck's current weaknesses and Duel Links right now, especially Buster Blader, dude. I feel like the weaknesses for Buster Blader were perfectly analyzed, and they released cards accordingly to that. Not too overpowered. We've been needing Buster Dragon for a while, and this card is absolutely just, it's nuts, dude. I feel like it's going to give you follow-up plays for days with Buster Blader. However, you are forced to make, you know, Destruction Swordsman. Buster Blader being in this box, I think it is because of Dark Paladin, which is coming out via the structure deck for the anniversary. So Buster Blader being in this box is going to pair well with that. Burning Abyss, it's looking good. However, I think its primary use is going to be in a discard trap deck. The Burning Abyss monsters, I just think they're just not powerful enough on their own in order to be a tier list worthy deck. I feel like they're definitely going to struggle from the fact that Dante has to really get his effect off before this deck can start to get places. Dante has to get its effect off, and Dante has to get its effect off before you can bring out Virgil Rockstar, and Virgil has the only true removal effect in the deck. So I do think that Burning Abyss will struggle unless they are played as a discard deck. I do think discard traps are really going to make this deck really good. Constantly interrupting your opponent is going to make way for you to have, you know, somewhat of a slower start, not getting into your boss monster right away, maybe saving your resources for discard traps at first. So Burning Abyss, high hopes, looking like it's going to be a solid discard trap deck. Odd Eyes, dude, these are the best Odd Eyes cards we've gotten yet. However, dude, Odd Eyes is an extremely expensive deck now. Them getting 2 URs in this box along with an SR, which might not be totally necessary, but these 2 new URs are absolutely necessary for you to play the Odd Eyes deck, it seems. I mean, these are basically staples. The deck will now revolve around these cards when they're in the deck, so prepare to super invest if you want to play Odd Eyes, because you're going to need these cards. Yang Zings. Yang Zings are pretty interesting. I think that they too are definitely, unfortunately, I do think they're going to be relying on the use of some back row to really get them going. 3-card synchro summons means that you're going to have to keep, you know, 3 cards face up on the field at any given time. And if an archetype like this were to become very good, Floodgates and Book of Moons and Canadias would be commonplace once again. I feel like there's too many things in Duel Links to stop this deck from really becoming good, but if it does get going, it does seem like it's pretty oppressive. Just straight up shuffling up to 3 into the deck on Synchro Summon with this card is very powerful. And I think that is really all we have here, dude, as far as major support goes. All right, so guys, you let me know what you think about the new box, Fantastic Arc. I think this is the best Arc 5 box that we have yet. If you're looking for specific support for some of these archetypes, I definitely think you're going to want to wait again to see just how impactful they are on the game. Burning Abyss, we're fully coming to Duel Links now. We have most of the archetype. It's exciting. Let's see if it really pops off. If you've got those free-to-play gems, still hold on to them, because this box may not be for you. The box really looks good, but you're going to need to really invest in other decks if you want to make use of the support. And the new archetype, Yang Zing and Burning Abyss, this box is waging on those archetypes. It's definitely gonna, it's depending on those archetypes to be a good box. All right, so guys, that's gonna be it for me. I've got a bunch of videos coming out because a bunch came out during the leaks. Peace out, see you later. Let me know what you think about the new box.